Hi YouTubers, it's Fortune Cookie 45LC coming to you today with the topic of ammunition. So we might have good luck and own a Ruger Gunsite Scout Rifle, or we own a favorite bolt action rifle or lever action rifle or semi-automatic. And we're concerned about the high cost of ammunition because it's over $1 a shot. Even a lot over $1 a shot. So we're looking at some less expensive ammunition. And when it comes to less expensive, it's hard to beat something like this. This is Silver Bear, made in Russia, and it's like $8.50 a box. And if you buy it from Cheaper Than Dirt and you buy like 10 or 12 boxes, then the shipping becomes very reasonable. But before we buy that much ammunition, we have to be concerned, is it any good? Because part of the reason why it's less expensive is because it is made out of steel case ammunition. In the case of Silver Bear, it has zinc flash plating on the outside, but it's still steel inside. However, one box of this is $8.50 and you're getting 140 grain soft point bullets. So that these could be used for hunting, and some people do use them for hunting. But again, the question is, do you want to take a chance on this ammo? Will this ammo work well in your rifle? Is it any good? Is it reliable? Is it accurate? So without boring you, I did some tests. This device here is a runout gauge. And what it does is it measures the runout of bullets or rounds. You put a bullet here, or if you slide this back, you can put a whole cartridge here, turn it, and this gauge will give you the runout. The more concentric a bullet is, the more concentric a round of ammunition is, the more accurate it is. And of course, that depends on powder charge and things like that also. But it starts with a bullet. It starts with a bullet in the case. So if you don't have good runout, if the bullet in the case is already doing this as you spin it, then it's already got bad runout. You're not going to have good accuracy. So I went ahead and tested that, and in fact, if you put a Sierra 168 grain match boat tail 30 caliber bullet in here, it has zero runout. It's amazing. Sierra bullets, match bullets, have zero runout. That's how accurate Sierra bullets are. And there are other bullet makers that make their match bullets the same. And then if you put a loaded cartridge in here and spin it, you'll get very little runout if the ammunition is very accurately loaded. So I tested the Silver Bear in there, and it's not bad. Not as good as some of our good commercial ammo, but it's not bad. It's in the 2000s to 3000s range runout. So the basis for accuracy is there. Now, when it comes to powder charge, they're all made on modern machinery, so that the powder charges are usually kept into a very nice specification in terms of military ammunition. You're not going to get powder charges all over the place. So if you got good runout, you got a good chance of getting good accuracy. Now, of course, if you get a round that feels like it's underpowered, that's different. But when we take these to the range, we're going to find that out. So, did this ammo work? So here's what we did. We went to the range and we fired the Ruger Scout Rifle after we bore sighted it, because it was a brand new rifle. We bore sighted it, and we bore sighted it right there. And the first shot was over here, following shot, then the next three hit here. This is a kind of a baseline. It's using Lake City military ammo. So I shot this group at 50 yards off of sandbags. Now that's not bad with the aperture sights. These are iron sights, not scope sights. You figure with scope sights, the group would be half that size. So we shot that with the open aperture sights. So this gives you an idea of the rifle's performance. Then we shot a group with commercial reloads. And again, the sight point was right there. And here's the group we got. Not bad. Again, gives you a gauge of the accuracy. So then I shot a group with this Remington 150 grain core lock bullet that always shot well for me. So I have a few boxes of these that I have stowed away. And so I used 3 rounds of this Remington ammo. And here's what we got. Point of aim was right there. 3 shots with the Remington ammo, and they're all touching. Amazing, and this is with iron sights. So the rifle is capable of shooting probably in inch groups at 100 yards with good ammo. And by the way, when I do the concentricity, the runout test on the Remington ammo, it is less than, it's somewhere with 15 10,000ths to 2,000ths of an inch runout. And very consistent. The whole box is that way. Now this gauge is set up to do bullets right now, so in order to test the cartridge, I gotta slide this out here and then show it to you. But unless you really want to see that, that could be on another video, but I don't want to waste your time with that. So we went right to the Silver Bearer ammo. Now first of all, Silver Bearer ammo is not Brown Bearer. Brown Bearer it looks the same as this, but it's brown, dark brown. And the reason is that color, it's the steel case without the zinc flashing, and they've coated the steel with lacquer. And the Brown Bearer with a lacquer is a problem because some of that lacquer gets into your chamber and it'll foul your chamber and cause problems. Jams and things like this. You do not want to jam. We've seen rifles that jam so badly you cannot open the bolt. Let's repeat that. Bolt action rifles can jam so hard that you can't not even open the bolt with the lacquer ammo. You actually have to disassemble the rifle, pound it out. That's not good. So anyway, the Brown Bearer may have more problems. However, you might want to give it a try because again, it's cheap. But I would buy one box with another order so that you don't get killed on shipping. And then you could give it a try. The Silver Bearer doesn't have that lacquer. So let's make that distinction now. We're testing Silver Bearer ammo. And the runout on Silver Bearer ammo is not bad. It's around 3,000ths of an inch. Fairly consistent. What's bad is you have ammo that some of the runout is like 5 or 6,000ths of an inch, and others is very, very good, like down to 1,000ths of an inch. In the same box of ammo, you got runout all over the place. That's not going to be accurate ammo. This is pretty consistent at about 2 to 3,000ths of an inch runout. So here's what happened. Silver Bearer 140 grain soft point. These are soft points. Shot at the range off sandbags. We were aimed here. And here's the group. 3-shot group. Not that good accuracy wise. Not what we want. So we shot a second group. We aimed here and got this. That's about a 2-inch group at 50 yards, maybe 2 1/4, which translates out to double at 100 yards, which is a 4 to 4.5 to 5-inch group at 100 yards. And most of us won't be happy with that performance. So if you want tack driving accuracy, then Silver Bearer may not be good, although there have been some reports that the Silver Bearer ammo is very accurate. Will shoot 1-inch groups at 100 yards. Well, if your rifle likes that, then by all means, smile and go for it. But my Scout rifle doesn't quite hold that kind of accuracy. Although once again, the Remington is very accurate. So compare this accuracy with that. So $1 a round, well, if you get that kind of accuracy is good enough, but what would be good about the Silver Bearer ammo then? And that is, this is plenty good accuracy for hunting, because the idea of hunting is a hit of about a 10-inch circle, and if that shoots a 5-inch group, 5-inch circle at 100 yards, then a 10-inch circle on a deer or a bear or a hog, you're still well within the hunting zone, even out to probably 150 yards. Well, what you could do is take your Silver Bearer ammo and do a run-out test on them and sort out the ones that have .001-inch run-out, sort those out and use those to hunt with. You'll probably get those to shoot an inch pretty easily, rather than to have the .003-inch ones thrown in there. But here's the advantage. Even though you're shooting accuracy like this is very usable accuracy for practice. And here's what I mean by practice. This is 50 yards offhand. In other words, you just stand up, hold the rifle up, and you shoot. Because in the field, you'll be shooting like that, or you'll be shooting from sitting or prone, or with your rifle on a jacket, on a stump or a rock or something. It's not like shooting off sandbags. So we need to practice our position shooting. And the most difficult position shooting there is standing up on 2 feet, holding the rifle up without support, and touching off. And that's where the Silver Bearer ammunition becomes very valuable. You can shoot and practice shooting, say, offhand at 50 yards or even 100 yards. Now this is with open sights, the aperture sights. If I use a scope, the group would probably be half that size, which means that at 100 yards you're shooting this size group with a scope. And the scope could be a 1 or 2 power scope with your Scout rifle. But you'll have a much better, more accurate hold, allowing you to shoot this group not at 50, but at 100 yards. So I'm looking forward to getting a scope on my Ruger Gunsite Scout Rifle, even though these open aperture sights are pretty darn good. With practice, with the open sights, I could probably get this group to be smaller. And if this is the best that the rifle will do with this ammunition from a sandbag, then this size starts to look better all the time, offhand, with no support. And if I can improve this to get it down to smaller, get it down to that size, then I'm shooting as good hand as I am with sandbags, which would be a pretty good goal to go for. And I would think that this Silver Bear ammo will help me get to that, because it's only $8.50 a box. And I did buy a bunch of it, and I think I'll get some more of it because it's good, cheap ammo. Now let's talk about, does it work well? And some people have reported that they get misfires with Silver Bear ammo. Well, I'd like to report to you that there was not one misfire in the box and a half that I shot. It just worked fine. So maybe I'm lucky. I got some ammo that doesn't have misfires, or maybe my rifle has a stronger firing pin spring. It's hard to say. Whatever it is, there's no problem with this rifle, with this ammo. They all went bang, and all the primers look consistent. Do you see that? Plus, these rounds are powerful. They're full power rifle rounds. Now then, some people report that Silver Bear ammo is very dirty. Well, see how dirty it is. Here's a cloth, and we just picked this up from the range. We didn't do anything. Let's wipe this. Yeah, there's a little smudge of dirt there. See that? Let's wipe another one. Yeah, there's a little smudge of dirt there. But is there a lot? I mean, some people say it's filthy. The problem with steel case ammo is that the steel does not expand as well as brass does to really seal the chamber. So some of those gases will blow back and get on your case and make your case and your chamber all fouled up. So that's not real bad. That's three cases did that. So I don't know how dirty it is. Doesn't look that dirty. In fact, here's one of the brass cases from the other groups that we shot. Let's see how clean that is. Look at that. So here's another one. Look at that. There's some dirt there. Is it more than the Silver Bear? We did 3 of them there, 2 of them here. Maybe a little bit more. But then again, there are 3 of them there and 2 there. So then I did a kind of a, weird little test. When I got back from the range, the first thing I did was run this patch down the barrel. No solvent, no brush, no nothing. Just let's see how dirty the barrel is. So we ran this patch down there, and I shot the brass case ammo first, then I shot the Silver Bear for groups, then I shot the Silver Bear offhand. Must have fired about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 30 rounds. We fired 30 rounds of the Silver Bear ammo. Could have fired more, but I wanted to do other things today. So we ran this patch down the barrel, and that's what was in the barrel. Doesn't look unacceptable. It sure isn't filthy. So again, I mean, gunpowder is gunpowder. One thing about the Russians, when it comes to making small arms and small arms ammunition, the Russians don't mess around. They make stuff, when it comes to their AK-47s, they make stuff that works. Reliable, goes bang, gets the job done. And they're not going to use junk for gunpowder. Because if it's dirty, it's going to make a lot of smoke. It's going to give away the position of their troops. The Russians don't mess around when it comes to military. They mean business. And all their ammunition companies were state-owned, making ammunition for their military, for export to other militaries, because they wanted to do the West in. They wanted to beat us. Of course, we didn't let them do that, but that didn't stop them from paying attention. So they don't make junk. So I've heard people say that this is junk, and it's not junk. It'll get the job done. It's cheaper because their labor is cheaper, because they don't have all the restrictions that we have. But it's not junk. If it doesn't work in your gun, it doesn't work in your gun. But it's not junk. And I hope I've shown you here that it's not real dirty. I mean, maybe it is for the people that were experiencing it for some reason. I have no explanation why they think it's that dirty, but it doesn't look like it's that dirty to me. And they all work. They go off just fine compared to brass. Accuracy is acceptable. It's not tag driving accuracy. But then again, it's not match ammunition. So, YouTubers out there, if I steer you to Silver Bear and it doesn't work for you, I would apologize beforehand. All I can tell you is that for this Scout rifle, the Silver Bear works very well. And there was another shooter who was right next to me, who was shooting a SIG 5.56 beautiful rifle. And he must have shot about 4 boxes between him and his friend. And he was using Silver Bear. And he said he never had a misfire with that. And I asked him if it was dirty for him, and he said, not any more than you would expect. So his SIG loves it, that doesn't jam with it. So there's another person that likes Silver Bear. Again, caution you away from Brown Bear. Brown Bear might just be awful because of the lacquer. But otherwise, this, for $8.50 a box, and you're getting soft point bullets. Look at that soft point. Big hulking soft point there. So these could be used for hunting. But test it first in your rifle, and good luck out there. Hopefully you'll find that this Silver Bear will work very well for you and give you an option so you can practice at a lower cost and maybe save your other ammunition for your hunting or your important work. This is Fortune Cookie 45 LC. Wishing you well, and take care. Have a good time at the range, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.